We're going to talk about Facebook ads, also Facebook strategies in general. And most people who were at the last event know that I primarily focus on ads. But what I've been focusing a lot more on with my clients and people that I educate on a daily basis is how you could do this from an organic standpoint, okay? A lot of you in here may not want to spend $100, $200, $300,000 a day. But there are ways that you can apply the same strategies organically. And it's all based on setting up proper profiles, creating the right content, and we're gonna go through all of that, all right? So let's get right into it. This is not webinar style. I'm gonna go really quick through this, but you will get something useful out of it, trust me, all right? And this all ties into Instagram as well. So everything you just learned from Jason, this all applies too. So we're gonna set up your profiles the right way. So a lot of you in here have a personal profile, right? When you sign up for Facebook, what do you have? A personal profile. Now here's the thing. I don't know if most of you are aware of this, but technically, in the terms of service, you are not supposed to be promoting business opportunities on your personal profile. It's against the rules. You're not supposed to. Now, they haven't really cracked down on this yet, but the whole purpose of them creating the fan page framework is so that you're able to advertise and promote whatever it is you choose to, right? So when you're choosing between a personal and business page, it's really determined on what it is you're using it for. Me, I like to keep things on my personal profile personal. Yes, I connect with business people like yourselves, but I'm not going out there and saying signing up for my stuff. I might put up a screenshot or something like that every once in a while, but I use my fan page specifically for that, because then I can create audiences and run ads and really build up a following that is within the terms of service. Once again, you're not trying to get shut down. And I'm sure a lot of you, because I didn't see, have had your account shut down, right? So we want to make sure we're doing things from a compliance standpoint from the get-go. Because when they do start cracking down on personal profiles that are using it strictly for business, I'm sure most of you don't want to lose your profile. Because not only that, you lose all your fan pages and your ad accounts simultaneously. So first things first, with your fan pages, or your personal profile if you want, banners and cover photos are incredibly important, okay? They truly give you a lot of things that you need. So remember, personal and business, they're two completely different setups. So this is what you need to focus on. On most platforms, you're allowed to have a banner image across the top, right? So a lot of you know it as a cover photo, right? Cover photos at the very top of your profile. Most people just put up an inspirational quote or something like that just to fill in the space. You could use it to point people to your fan page. Get something customized, go to Fiverr, spend $5. Have someone put it together for you. You know, put the URL to your fan page so that they can point directly to that and then do your business from there. You also want to make sure that users are visiting your profile continuously. How do you do that? Well, that's where the content's going to come into play. We're going to talk about video and live streaming and a bunch of other things shortly, so be aware of that. Now, the banner across the top, the cover, is prime real estate. That's the first thing people see when they land on your profile or your fan page. So you want to make sure it's a call to action. What do you want them to do? Do you want them to go like your page? Do you want them to go opt in for a freebie? Point them there. Make sure it's in the cover. So let's get right into the engagement side, because this is the truly important part. This is where a lot of you need to focus more of your attention. Creating content that's sustainable, it builds your business, and in actuality also builds your brand. It allows you to stand out from the crowd, because that's really important. A lot of you in this room have something unique about you that you need to share with the world. It's why people want to work with you. They don't care about the business, they care about you. People want to work with you. So you have to put something out there that gets their attention. So we're going to focus on the AEIOU, okay? The first thing you're doing in creating content is you're asking questions, asking about people, asking what they're looking for. Or you can just ask yourself whatever you want and just answer it for the world, okay? When someone says, what's your why, you're going to create a massive amount of people answering their why. It's an engagement strategy, right? Same thing goes with exploring those questions, meaning, are you asking things about their business? Are you asking about their personal lives? What are you asking them that they need to explore? Okay? When people put a lot of thought and emphasis on their response, you know you have something great going on in your page or your profile, okay? When you ask the question, what's your why, most people write stories about their why. That's how you know it's something important to them. But if you ask them, why did you buy that car? They might just say, because I always wanted it. It's one line. It's not enough. Now, the next thing is it interesting? Are they interested in the topic? Not everyone that you follow or follows you is interested in your business. They're interested maybe in what you do as hobbies, maybe what you buy into. So that's where you have to explore more topics, posting about various things other than just your business, okay? On my profile, for example, I talk about books I read, where I travel. I literally have a travel log. I do travel adventures #1 through whatever, and I do it all year. And every time I post it, people pay attention. It's one of the most liked stuff that I post. So I create sort of themes to what I post on Facebook, on my personal profile. And if I want them to go buy something, I point them to another direction. PM me, go to my website, whatever it may be. Now, the opportunity or offer, everyone's familiar with what you're promoting, right? DA. Now, if you're going to show people the opportunity, make sure it connects to what it is you're posting. If you're asking questions relating to their why, find a way to tie in DA into their why. Same thing goes with if they want to be financially free, create more time in their life, be with their family more, find a way to back end it into their main question that they're answering. And lastly, lead by example. Be yourself, okay? A lot of people want to know more about you. So be honest. If you struggled in your business for a year, let people know. I went bankrupt in 2014. A lot of people know that. I posted about it. I've had a business for 10 years. I have no problem telling that to people. Went bankrupt, revived the business, and I'm here today. Nothing wrong with that. People connect with that message because they've been through the same struggle. So when people work with me, whether they want me to run their ads or not, they can connect with the fact that I continue to work. I don't stop. I keep going. I don't care if my life sucks. I'm going to get the job done for you. That's what they connect with. Okay, that's just my example. So find a way to connect your story to how you can help them. So there's 3 core things that people look for on Facebook: conversations, recognition, and feedback. Okay, a lot of people want to create a conversation. That's obvious, right? You want to converse with these people. You want to know more about them. But at the same time, they want recognition. They want to know how great they are. As much as you want it for yourself, it's always cool to see a friend of yours say, "Oh man, I love everything that you're doing." It's a great ego boost. We get it. But people prefer to be recognized out of the blue. When you're having conversations with random people, it's nothing better than saying, like, "Oh, dude, love your shirt." Just something as simple as that. All of a sudden they smile and the conversation changes. Everything automatically changes. They pay more attention to you. They're happy. Just something subtle. This can be done in person. It can be done in your inbox. It doesn't matter. The point is, people love recognition. But then the feedback is where the conversation takes that turn. What are you going to encourage them to do? The encouragement being, let me show you something that I've been doing, digital altitude, or in my business in general. So you're creating this pattern. Initiate the conversation, give them some sort of recognition. "Oh, I love what you're doing. I like all the pictures you're posting," so on and so forth, and now start creating the feedback. But here's the thing. There's many ways that people get driven to your content, okay? You could do things that are short and sweet. Couple of sentences of a post, no picture, just post it. You could post just a picture with one line, put it up. There's all sorts of ways you can create content. You could do a mixture of images and video. You can create long story posts that literally are a blog post with a single image and just post it. Point is, there's a variety of formats to get people's attention, okay? This isn't a one-size-fits-all. You do what works for you. For me, it's writing incredibly long pieces of content with a screenshot, or checking into the airport telling people where I'm going, or posting my book cover of the book that's coming out in the next couple months. It's subtle little hints of what's going on, and I don't do it every day. I do it when I have a purpose of posting. If I have to go 3 weeks before writing something, that's fine. I want to make sure that it hits home and creates an impact on these people. Don't just write something and post it because you're like, "Oh, I need to fulfill my deed for the day," and post. It's BS. You're going to post to put something meaningful, right? But you know that people pay attention to what? They pay attention to visual content. Videos, images, illustrations, charts. something that piques their interest, something that grabs their attention, okay? Visual content, we all know, stops us in our tracks. That's what Instagram is built on, pictures. Most people do read the captions now, but pictures nowadays have the caption already in it. So you're just looking at the picture like, oh, this is cool, and they keep going. Of course, Jason has a better methodology to that, but I'm just saying in general, the methodology behind Instagram is pictures. Just keep going and going and going. Same thing with Facebook. Facebook, they want to stop you in your tracks. It's a pattern interrupt. It's built on pattern. They don't want you to leave. So what are you posting that's going to grab their attention? Everyone these days is posting inspirational quotes. Whether it's from someone else, someone you know, maybe it's just you saying something awesome and putting a picture of you on the beach saying some really nice thing. Doesn't matter. The point is, it stops. It gets people to stop. You're grabbing their attention. But once you have their attention, what are you doing? What are you going to do with that person who's visiting your page? And that's why I want to make this note really quick. This is why you need a fan page when you're doing this. Because you're able to capture every person that clicks one of your likes, shares your posts, views a video, and advertise with that data. Whereas with a personal profile, you can't. So there's a nice little tidbit for you that wasn't in the presentation. Video and live video in general. Alfredo is a great example of this because Alfredo is going live, I don't know, sometimes 2-3 times a day. Love that guy. But he does it with a purpose. I'm going to the bank. I'm with my kids. I'm at the beach. He's doing something and then tying it into a story. And it works because people pay attention, right? So if you're creating video or live video, which live video is super impactful these days. Facebook loves live. You go live, what's the first thing you see at the very top of the newsfeed? The live video. When you're on your phone and you go live, what do people get? A notification with you live in that moment. Right? So think of this, okay? There's nothing wrong with creating a video ahead of time and posting it and hoping people see it. But if you already know what you're going to say and you're in a great location, maybe you got some great lighting, why not go live? Stop being scared. Go live. Tell people what's on your mind. Because what's going to happen? You go live, people see it in that instant, and then you could promote it later. The people who are on at that moment will see your content. And you hit home with them a lot quicker. Why? Because you can create conversation in that moment. You're giving them that special attention, that recognition. You're giving them feedback now, okay? Now, most people are not utilizing live video to its fullest extent, okay? You can do third-party tools and create nice little frameworks and everything around it, but that's being really technical. All it really takes is you to pull out your phone, click the live button, and go live. And just talk. Yes, your first live or two might have one viewer. We all hate that. Yes, someone might make fun of us for having one viewer, but who cares? Everyone has haters. Just do it. Just do it. What are you scared of? Okay? You put something meaningful out there, put it on a fan page once again, you could promote it. You promote it to people who care, people who want to view your stuff, and naturally you could push them somewhere else. Okay? Oh, nice little thing for you guys to do here. When you post your video or you do your live stream on your fan page, don't forget to share it on your personal profile. Because what happens is, every person that views it from your personal profile, you now can retarget later. So all those people that have 5,000 fans who aren't doing it are not utilizing their fan base, or friend base, and then targeting them with ads later. So you can cross-share. Facebook gives you that functionality. Creating your Facebook content plan. This is incredibly important because, like I said, you want to post something that's meaningful. Yes, you could post every day. You could post 5 times a day. It doesn't matter. But you have to do it with a purpose. How can you add value to people's lives? Or maybe you're just doing it for yourself. How are you adding value to your own life in posting that content? Are you learning something in posting this? How can you make your audience members' day better? Okay? Think about that. Something you post making someone else's day better. Talking about the struggle you went through, maybe something you experienced with someone today, maybe you changed someone's life. Post about it. How can you delight your audience? How can you make them smile, make them laugh, make them cry? People remember that emotional tie-in to your content. And once again, how can you put a smile on all their faces? Because people want to be happy. Naturally, during the day, you have moments where your emotions bounce. You're happy at 9 a.m., you're pissed at 10, you don't know why. But all of a sudden you're happy again at 12. You're like, oh yeah, it's lunchtime, all right. It just keeps fluctuating all day. But you decide not to post until you're mad. Well, normally when you're mad. Because you typically will post when something pisses you off. Oh man, this guy was talking crap about me. Look at my checks. Look at my bank account. Yeah. So, don't do that. Only post when you have a purpose. Now, if the purpose is to piss off more people, great. Go for it. You'll polarize. That's fine. But the whole thing is, make sure that when you're creating your plan, when you're putting this content out there, that you actually know the reaction you want to receive when you post it. If you want people to be happy, when you're writing it, be happy, because that's the response you want back. 6 simple little tips to grow your likes on your posts. Nothing crazy, but most people neglect this, okay? If you're posting from your fan page, tag your personal profile. Why? It shows up on your personal profile. Second thing, this obviously is going to sound generalized, but create shareable content. What do people share? Videos, pictures, simple stuff. But what have you learned from experts? When you reference somebody that has a large following, for example, if I learned something from Grant Cardone and I post it, naturally, if I advertise that post to Grant Cardone fans, what happens? They share it, right? Little reverse hack for you guys. Do a little bit of research in the audience insight tool in Facebook. Look up an influencer that you could target with ads, create a post tagging that influencer, and run ads directly to that audience. They're going to pay attention. Just did this for a client, targeting Grant Cardone's audience. Grant Cardone's audience has been sharing it on average 400 times a day for $20 a day. All because I said something about Grant Cardone for my client. You can do this with anybody, as long as they come up. The metrics you need to watch for your campaigns, whether it's organic or paid. You're looking at shares of your content. Shares are great, likes are awesome, but in actuality, the more you share it, the higher your reach becomes. Because sometimes what happens is the fan page will share it, meaning the person who manages let's hope a large fan page decides to share it on their page. What will happen is all their fans will see it, and naturally that organic reach goes up because it's a fan-to-fan sort of interaction. And so shares are great. I love to track shares more than likes. Likes are cool, but I like to go after people who naturally did not see my stuff. Also, the traffic. How much traffic are you getting from this content? How many brand mentions are you getting? How many profiles are talking about you? How many individuals? And how much activity are you getting? Comments, likes, shares, so on and so forth. This is all I look at from the organic side.